Right, here's a bit more ancient history from me. These are VHF coverage maps. This one's Craigs Hill VHF station coverage, 4 inches to the mile. So these kind of coverage maps were, you can tell from the fact that it's turning yellow, these coverage maps were produced a long time ago by the New Zealand Post Office to provide a published coverage from a particular station. If you were interested in radio coverage from or within a particular area, you could pull out coverage maps and actually show customers where the coverage from that station extended to. Anyway, that's a very old drawing. It's A6419F, and the line on this map, not less than 5 microvolts. It's VHF, so I don't know what frequency it was the tests were done under, but anyway, let's have a look at other stuff we've got here. Here's one for Parahaki. Now Parahaki's in the middle of Whangarei. Again, it's 4 miles to the inch. The Whangarei drawing here is WR1161. The date on this issue, which is issue A, is the 26th of the 6th, 1967. It gives you 2 coverage areas. One coverage area is 1 to 5 microvolts, and the other area is over 5 microvolts. And there's a note on here, 450 to 450 megahertz. So it was obviously done at UHF. That piece of paper is now also turning yellow. It's that old. 1967 was probably when that was printed. Here's a coverage map for the Bay of Islands. What have we got here? A band. This is an unconfirmed coverage map for a site in Pai here. With and the Whangarei number is WR2931. And the 2 levels chosen here is not less than 95 dBm, and the other level is not less than 109 dBm. A band, it says, so that's the A band was down at about 85 or 90 megs from memory, and it extends right across the entire Bay of Islands area. I'm suggesting that the unconfirmed coverage test was probably a site that was a proposed site that they were testing. This was drawn on the 24th of the 8th, 1979. Anyway, this one's interesting because I was involved with this project. This must be probably the shortest lived land mobile radio station probably in the history of New Zealand. This is a coverage map from a site in Kaeo, Mount Torohanga. Toro, T-O-R-O-H-A-N-G-A, Torohanga. The 2 levels are not less than 95 dBm and not less than 109 dBm. Now this particular Whangarei drawing is WR3703, and it was drawn and issued as issue A on the 6th of the 1st, 1987, and there's my signature. I authorised this one. And the reason why this is probably the shortest lived radio station in history is that by the 1st of April in that same year, 1987, as an April Fool's joke, the New Zealand Post Office became Telecom, and Telecom was broken up into a number of separate identities. And although this radio station started the year before, 1986, It had one A-band party channel in it, one B-band party channel in it, and an exclusive channel for the Ministry of Transport, who prior to that, prior to the establishment of this site, had no coverage between Kerikeri and Kaitaia, if memory serves me correctly. Anyway, shortly after this station was established, the New Zealand Post Office became Telecom. The mobile radio assets were taken over by Telecom Mobile Radio, and within a fairly short period of time they had adopted a fleet link network using an English protocol, MPT 1327, and they actually abandoned this site. They chose not to establish any radio services on this hilltop at all. It was subsequently picked up by Johnson Dick and Associates, who still have radio equipment at this site. And this particular highway through here actually has no land mobile coverage to this day. It has cell phone coverage in sections, but no land mobile coverage. So there you go. There's a little bit of my history. If memory serves me correctly, we established mains power to the hilltop, and we used a Portacom portable building to house the equipment in, and used a hardwood wooden mast to put our aerial plant on. All of that, all of those assets, of course, would have been taken over by Johnson Dick and Associates, having been abandoned by Telecom Mobile Radio. Anyway, interesting piece of history.